Williams and the Bears head to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Both the Bears and 49ers are in the hunt for the 1 seed, but a lot is dependent on who wins this game. So if the Bears win on Sunday night, their chances at the top seed go from 12% to 31%. If the 49ers win, their chances go from 32% to 51%. Welcome in, Jeff Saturday. Mike Tannenbaum here with us on Christmas morning. I am digging this getup.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely incredible.
My wife and daughter picked this out. They give me one every year, so they try to get the craziest thing possible.
This was actually pretty darn good,
It's like Christmas. Everything involved with Christmas got thrown in one.
Yeah, it's definitely. I love it. I love
Some material.
Can't wait to see New Year's.
He's just going to come here in one big crystal ball. All right, so Jeff, I'm going to start with you.
All right.
With the 49ers and the Bears, which team right now is built for a deeper playoff run?
I'm going to say these are exact same. They both have the same Achilles heel, right? Their defensive side of the ball. When you think about Chicago, they're turnover based, right? Like they got to get turnovers. If it's 3rd and 5, which defense do you trust more? Neither, right? Like
neither team has a pass rush.
Neither team, right? So it scares you that way. To me, it's whichever team offensively can stay hot. You think about the 49ers, they haven't punted since dang near Thanksgiving, and you're thinking about Caleb Williams and what they've been able to do with their run game with Ben Johnson, and then really 3 of the best throws of the entire season the last 2 weeks for Caleb Williams. So I would tell you both have Achilles heel, the same thing. I want to see which defense. And San Francisco, to me, is probably sitting in the catbird seat, because if they do find a way to win, I think this is the more difficult game than even Seattle. If they win through this, they don't have to leave. They don't have to leave Santa Clara all the way through. And so, if you're Robert Solomon, you're putting everything on the line to stop that run and make Caleb Williams beat you from the pocket this week, and then try to figure it out.
The fact that they haven't punted means a lot of those offensive drives end in touchdowns.
Unreal. Purdy carved up my Colts the other night. I mean, shredded.
5 touchdowns. Mike T, is it the Bears or the 49ers for you?
It's the Niners, much of which we saw the other night against the Colts. Again, when you haven't punted in a month, and it's really remarkable when you think about Brock Purdy's played in 7 games, Ricky Pearsall has played in 8. They expect to get him back at some point. We haven't seen Brandon Ayuk the whole season. This offensive line's playing great. And look, I'm really encouraged by the Bears and what Caleb Williams has done with Ben Johnson, but I think like they're a year away from being a year away. And to me, if the 49ers can hold serve the way Jeff said, it is shockingly set up for them, because they can have the 1 seed, the bye, and be at home through the Super Bowl and not have to travel.
I think it's the Bears, because we have a lot of ifs, right? Like if they can hold serves and get to this point.
Yeah.
But the Chicago Bears feel like that team that's answered every question we've had about them, and then we create more questions, right? You think about them going to play the Philadelphia Eagles and the way that that team is able to play, the way that team closes out that game, being able to run the football, the boot by Caleb Williams to finish it off, and we're like, nah, we still need to see more. And then the Packers come to town, and obviously Jordan Love is hurt, which changes the entire dynamic of that game. But you find a way to you get the onside kick, and now Caleb Williams with 2 of the biggest throws of his young career. And here is what I think about the Bears if they get the number 1 seed. I don't mind going to Santa Clara to play. I got a problem going to Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's a certain type of football you have to be able to play in that sort of weather, in that sort of climate, in that stadium. When you go to Santa Clara, you're playing against a defense that also can't get a pass rush. You're playing against a defense that can't stop the run. The difference between Chicago and San Francisco is Chicago turns the football over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chicago has DBs, when you think about Kevin Byard, when you think about Nashawn Wright, that find ways to get the football. And so to me, that's why I believe that the Bears are built to make a long run, because even if they do travel, they have things that do.
RC, I agree with most of what you said, but to me, on the turnover issue, the question is it sustainable? And Nashawn Wright's gone from a street free agent to a Pro Bowler. It's been remarkable what Dennis Allen's done with him. I just don't know if week in and week out, you want to sit there and say, like, well, we're going to get bailed out because we're going to turn somebody over inside the 5-yard line like they did against the Packers.
You bring up something that I think about as someone who covers this team every day, that every time they answer something, there's another question that's created. Why is that?
It's because they're the uncertain thing. Right. The thing when we sit here and we talk about Brock Purdy lived that life where we were consistently asking questions about Brock Purdy. And now he's gotten to this point. We're like, oh, We know that, dude. Kyle Shanahan lived that life as a coordinator after 28-3 and all those things. But we've seen him enough times where, we know that, dude. Caleb Williams still have spurts in games where we say, okay, we don't know if he's quite figured it out yet. And then he answers the question late. Or Ben Johnson, you're still trying to figure out how he will be, how he will lead in certain situations. So I get that. But for me, I'm done asking questions of the Chicago Bears. I picked the Chicago Bears last week, and I do agree with you.
I did the same, yeah.
Sometimes it feels like they're a year away, but every time I have that feeling, they do something else that instills some confidence.
Yeah, Caleb Williams will be 10 of 22, and then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, leads them down the field after they recover the onside kick, and then we know what happened in overtime as well. All right, it's time for our DraftKings Cover 3 parlay. We've got 3 picks from all of today's games. Mike T, you're taking Terry McLaurin to get 50 or more receiving yards. Why?
Well, I liked it even more when it was Marcus Mariota Buchanan, but Terry McLaurin is still a deep ball threat, 6th in the league in air yards per attempt. He can do this because, Courtney, it can happen literally on one play, which is what I'm hoping for.
All right, put some respect on Josh Johnson's name, why don't you? All right, Jeff, you like Jared Goff throwing for at least 240 yards today. Explain this one.
Yeah, listen, I mean, Mike T, we were on a show just a minute ago, and he's trying to trade. I'm on St. Brown. So I'm going to take St. Brown, and we have a big day. He gets no context needed. And so we'll move on from there. But I'm going Jared Goff. Listen, they've been challenged. Play calling has not been great in Detroit. I feel like they got to figure this thing out. You stop Jahmyr Gibbs right now, but I think Jared Goff takes a big step carrying this football team again today.
All right, RC, R.J. Harvey to rush for at least 50 yards.
So in the last 3 games, he would have hit this number. And I think they're going to look back at the film from last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he only had 7 carries, averaged 7 yards per carry, and realize this is the way to keep Bo Nix from doing some of the things he did late in that game. Sean Payton gets back to the run game today with R.J. Harvey.
All right, let's recap. So we're going with Terry McLaurin to have 50-plus receiving yards, Jared Goff to throw for at least 240 yards, and R.J. Harvey to rush for 50-plus yards. If you like any of these picks, we've put them into a parlay for you on DraftKings Sportsbook. Just open the app and look for the First Take Cover 3 parlay.
What's our number? What's our number? What? Yeah, we're making money.
You're good? We're making money. All right, coming up, it's another clash of LeBron James and Kevin Durant on Christmas Day. Are the Lakers or the Rockets more likely to make a deep run? Plus, the NFL playoffs are going to look a lot different this year of the teams not in the postseason picture. Who is the most disappointing? We're handing out Cole. His first take rolls on.
Ho! Ho!
It brought in Santa.
A bag of gold.
Were you good this year? Is that for you?
Yes.
Why do I get it?
Oh, the bag of coal goes.
I'm on the naughty list.
Let's go.
God.